here. Okay. There it goes. Well, again, good day. Whatever the time in the world you are, we're very excited to have this opportunity to share with you this great chance to know what our new challenges, every novelty that we can have for a mobile planetarium world, which we have seen. It's a very big world that we have come to know. And we're so happy that we have so many people working in this adventure of educating our populations with mobile domes, because that's a different enterprise that we have in our hands that is different from fixed domes. So really, thank you for all your work and for being here. And for today, we have an exciting agenda, which we already posted in the chat. But since there are more incoming people, I'll just paste it again so you can have it there. Okay, and just a final reminder, if you have not, just put in the chat your name and country. We're taking track of that. And we have 7 presentations for today. So you're, of course, invited to participate at any time. If you have questions, you can use the chat. That's easier to take track of. And well, without further words from me, I'd like to introduce our first presenter, which is Omar Fikri from Egypt. He has a very interesting topic, which I would love to know about. It's the wrong use of an inflatable dome. I'm pretty sure we all have our stories to tell about that, but let's see what Omar is going to tell us. Thank you, Omar.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, Susan.
Hello, Dr. Omar.
Hello.
Hello, السلام عليكم. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to transfer my screen to go to directly to my talk about the what is called wrong use of portable planetarium. That's easier for me to make from the laptop directly. The screen. Hello? Anybody there?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Lacey, how are you? How are you, Amr?
How are you, Dr. Omar? How are you?
So my talk about the wrong use of portable planetarium is a sad story. Sad, I mean sad story. To alarm my friends in the community of the inflatable dome planetarium to don't use what we are did in the Library of Alexandria. So when I choosing this topic, it was a very hard to make some sad picture or sad images about the image of our portable planetarium. The Planetarium of Life of Alexandria is a fixed planetarium uh, beside inflatable dome. When at 2090, when we upgrading the planetarium, they deliver what is called production unit with inflatable dome. The inflatable dome at that time, it was the function of it's to use to make a test for the scene produced for the fixed planetarium. We have a fisheye projector with a rack at that side, you see, rack computer, and we make a test for every scene we already produced for the large planetarium. But from time to time, we use the inflatable dome also for another use, like to make an festival in the Library of Alexandria. This is a dome in the production unit. As you see, it's very wrong used, wrong elevation. It's compact. We go on site to make a test of the scenes of the production unit of the Planetarium Science Center, and sometimes we put inflatable dome outside besides the Library of Alexandria like this, and also we put some sticks or some sticker with the wrong use of these stickers, which was hard to stick on the body of the planetarium itself. Don't use that like us. It was a false use to stick some images with a hard stick on the body of the inflatable dome itself. I'll tell you why. So it was a wrong use or wrong mistake, a big mistake to use some stickers like this on the dome itself. Or the biggest one. This is what a celebration of 10 years of opening the Library of Alexandria, and we put or stick a large sticker like this on the inflatable dome body. You know, the dome body is not used for that. Don't stick any large sticker or images like this or this. Sometimes also from a mistake or a wrong use of planetarium to put chairs inside with the busy side inside the portable planetarium. The chairs with this take the capacity of the area inside the portable planetarium. And as you see here on when we affected to use the indoor planetarium, indoor inflatable dome in outdoor condition is very mistake also, because the sunlight affected what goes inside the inflatable dome. Also, one of the wrong use of the portable planetarium is using ordinary projector, not fish eye. This is a very mistake used in our planetarium. I also don't use a long movie, long shows. This show was about Al-Hassan ibn Haytham was about 25 up to 30 minutes inside the planetarium. This is a very big mistake to use a long movie inside the portable planetarium. I tell you why. Also, this is inside the portable planetarium. Also, I don't like these images because they used ordinary picture, not fish eye, and leave the students inside without any administration, without any supervisor. So don't stick any big images from the portable planetarium outside, and don't let the students or the kids inside the planetarium by themselves without administrator or managing. What happened also, the portable planetarium or inflatable dome, it's not for decorates. Sometimes, and some mistakes, use the dome itself as a decorates, not for its function to deliver the astronomy and shows and education and all the function which already knows about the inflatable dome or portable planetarium. The inflatable dome is not for decorates like this. This is not only in the back of the sub celebration in the garden in Alexandria here, and only put the inflatable dome with the sticks just for decorates and not used with its correct function like this. Nobody inside, just put the inflatable dome and leave it working for a long time. And what happened for this? What happened is there was a sad news which is scratched. This is only from 1 month last at the beginning of the last month, December, with our inflatable dome is scratched with this kind, because the wrong use and wrong function when we try to remove the sticker on the inflatable dome, they scratched with this long scratch on the body itself. It was a sad story to deliver at the beginning of this session, but I choosing this item to say wrong use inflatable dome gave this result. So please, my friends in the community, don't do these mistakes for the body of your inflatable dome. Inflatable dome, you have to take care with your tools, with your machine inside, with functions, with type of shows, with managing the students or kids inside the planetarium. So this is my input and alarm for my friends in the IPS portable planetarium community, and that's all. Thank you.
Oh, Omar, that's wonderful. A wonderful, awful story. I have never seen the portable dome used as a decoration just to hold the sign.
Yeah. It was a very, I was very angry at that time when they put only the portable planetarium as a decoration in the garden.
Yes. One of the things that people have done to put decorations on the outside is to use magnets. You put a small magnet on the inside and magnets on your sign, and you can attach it to your dome that way. And it doesn't harm the dome. It does show up in your images, though, the little magnets. So that's a problem.
But unfortunately, Susan, my friends put the sticks with hard sticks on the body of the inflatable dome, which is
Yeah.
very, which damaged it and make it, this is a bad images. Yeah.
Yeah. I have done it with not hard stick, something that you could use that you could remove easily and not leave it on for a long time. The other thing I wanted to mention is two things about using the dome in different situations. Like I went to a high school and I put the planetarium below a balcony, and the students
Oh.
wanted to jump off the balcony onto the dome
Oops.
because they thought it was a bouncy house.
Really? Whoa.
So I had to be very, very careful and, protect them and the dome from them jumping on it. And the same thing happened without supervision, as you're talking. I was inside the dome supervising a class. Outside the dome, someone ran and jumped on it.
Yeah.
And the third thing is wind. When you try to put it outdoors, sun and the wind can pick that dome right up and blow it, and people can be hurt. These are important things, very important things to mention. Thank you so much for your talk.
Thank you.
Sorry to take up more time. Marco?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can relate to many of those situations. Thank you, Omar. They were very clear, and I'm pretty sure that if we asked everybody here, has some things happened to you sometime? Probably all of us raise our hands. But really, thank you for your insight. Now we'll have Lionel Ruiz from France. He has several interesting topics that he's going to talk about. So, Lionel.
Yes, thank you, Marco. And I will begin my presentation with novelties about what we do with our fisheye system. But before all, I will put on the chat a link. And on this link, you will find all the web links I will talk about during this little session. So, first of all, I would like to talk about the LSS block, which is a fisheye system for a small planetarium with low budget. And I will try to share my screen now. Okay, share the audio as well, but not needed probably, or the screen. Okay, so maybe you are able to see my screen now, and I will present about the LSS system, which is a fisheye adaptation to a normal video projector. And there are a lot of ways to do that, depending on what fisheye you have and what video projector you have. So we have made a lot of things, even in English, on our link, but the novelties are only in French for the moment, so be patient or go to the French and ask Google to translate your page, and that way you'll be able to see links about different optical adaptations. And the 2024 version is quite different compared to the others, because we have a lot of difficulties to find the Pelang because Pelang are from Belarus, and Belarus, well, it's difficult to get those from there due to the Ukraine-Russian conflict. And that way, we had to find a turnaround to the Pelang, and there are existing some mic 8mm and as well as Samyang 8mm fisheye, which are not exactly fisheye, but aspherical, and it can give good results if added to a specific condenser. The condenser that could be good is the Samyang 85mm, and with a reducer, a focal reducer for telescope that could be adapted to a diagonal mirror in order to have the video projector projecting its image and widespread into the dome by the fisheye that way. And it permits to have no loss of guarantee for the video projector, and most of the video projectors are not intended to be used vertically. So that way, putting it right straight is useful for projecting without the air loss making trouble, the dust coming at some parts that can't be wiped out easily. So that way, it's a good way to have some kind of perfect projection onto the dome. So there are a lot of explanation about how to bring all the elements all together to do the block. So concerning those systems, the main trouble with the video projector is that video projectors of any kinds are not well for any kind of LSS optical block. For example, here you have the Acer Predator, and this has what we call a wide throw projection Verhältnis. It's a German website, but very interesting because it has all data about all video projectors. And that way, if you have this kind of stuff for the projection Verhältnis, you have to switch to some type of LSS block, optical block, or another. So for this kind, you don't have to use this one because it's not adapted. It's better to use the, for example, 55-7 Artisan that is here, and you have how to mount this block, and it's well adapted for short wide through, sorry. And for other beamers like LG ProBeam, you have projection Verhältnis from 1.3 to 2.0, close to 2.1, and that way this video projector is quite good because it includes the 1.6 parameter, and then you can use the other beamer the other optical block I said to use in the 2024 version with the Samyang and those that are not open as large as normal 8mm. So that's all for this. I just wanted to raise some elements about it. Well, I put it at the end if I can have some feedback from you about that. You have in the link, in the links.txt that I put on the link on the website, you have a lot of free shows that are available now, and the new ones, especially the Euclid First Light Planetarium show, which is a short show. I remember what said our friend from Egypt, from Alexandria, who said, don't use long shows in inflatable dome because we are not as comfortably installed, and maybe it's better when it's more dynamic and with short shows and live presentation. What I am convinced is the best solution. And this show is short, it's only 10 minutes long, and it presents the first images from Euclid Space Observatory, available in many formats, as well as Dome Masters. Noir Lab is very interesting because One Sky, fantastic show made in multiple parts, so that way it's better for small planetariums because it's 7 minutes shows, and altogether it makes a 40 minutes show, but with a lot of little presentation about different cultures, about different countries, about the sky, and this really all linked to Orion constellation, which is great. You know that Kira is out now for the Centennial because it's a free show that you can get going through the planetarium100.org link, and you have the link here. And there's another show, 100 Years of Eternity, a show about the different techniques of projection for planetariums. And you have a teaser of this show going to this link, the YouTube link that I gave to you. And I don't know if this show will be available for free for everybody or only for those getting the supplementary package, but maybe Susan, you will be able to tell us if it's the case or not. There are some other shows available about Mars, and I would like to tell you about Autopano Giga, which is a great software that permits to do a lot of job about stitching images in order to produce a full dome image. And I will like to show you easily and quickly how to do that. With, for example, if you have taken a lot of images from the sky, from a landscape you want to put into your dome, for here I will do something else. It's about something I got from internet about a map of the eclipses from the 21st century. And if you put all your images, all the images that you have taken, or here images from a VR session that I've captured image per image on the website. And so if you put all the images all together into Autopano Giga, which is now free because it's not no more you have the possibility going to a website, or I gave to you as well the user and registration code to go into the full version of the software, because it is no more maintained, and thanks to the author to have permitted to go free for this wonderful software. It is really more efficient than the free software Hugin, or if you know Microsoft Image Composite Editor, ICE, which was great, but not as great as this one. And once you've done it all, you have to detect all the stitching, and then it'll produce the final image. And that way, if you go there, you render, and when it's done, it's saved into your saving folder. So it's a very useful and very, very easy to use software to do great stuff. And the result, you can see, yes, here, the result, and this, you can project it into your planetarium using it as a landscape in Stellarium or many other planetarium software that you may use. I will end now my presentation with other software that could be interesting for some of you, using a small dome, inflatable dome mostly. If you have a control tablet to control the projection into the planetarium, it can produce a lot of light into the dome, and it's not great. So to avoid this, you have a free software named Dimmer that can do the job. I wanted to tell you as well a presentation made by the PPA channel by John Erickson about pointerology. I mean, all the way to use a pointer and do it yourself pointer. So go there to find a lot of ideas about that. And that's all aside. There's a link about an article that I would like to present, and maybe this, Susan, will this article about VR 360, will this article be interesting for the Planetarium magazine? Maybe it's something to talk about. And I would like to end my presentation about Singar. Do you know Singar? They are doing inflatable planetariums in China, and they look like Godome planetariums. But I don't know if some of you have this kind of planetarium, inflatable planetarium, because one friend from Algeria, those are great and okay with the fire retardant specification. Thank you for listening. I stop the sharing.
So fast. Can you give me that China name of that company again?
It's a Singar, S-I-N-G-A-R.
Thank you.
Susan, sorry, I have a question for Lionel.
Yes,
little question.
Gianluca.
Hi, Lionel. Is your website updated with the new LSS block?
Yes, but only in the French part. So you have to switch to French to get all the links available for now, because in English, you won't have everything.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Lionel. About the Kira and the 100 Years of Eternity productions that are available for the Centennial. Kira is already available in English and German, and they said they will share the audio files, the separate audio files with the music and sound effects. Here in Costa Rica, we're planning to produce the Spanish version, neutral Spanish version. I'm pretty sure that some of you will do your own language versions, and we'll love to have all of them shared with everybody else.
Yeah, and probably in French, maybe at first, just subtitle. The problem with Kira is that it has 5 voices, 5 actors are needed, so that makes a lot.
Yes, it's going to be very different from translating a documentary, for example. We need actors, in fact.
Yeah.
We're finding here who is going to do the voices. It's going to be quite a challenge, but well, we're up to it. So thank you, Lionel. Next, we will have Muhammad Muslim from Iraq and his Wonder Dome experience.
Hi, everybody. Sorry, Muhammad can't attend this meeting, so I will be presenting his planetarium instead of him. I am Sabra from Iraq. Muhammad is my colleague, so both of us, we have two planetarium working in Iraq. Both of them are mobile and portable planetarium. So let me share my presentation. Sorry, I have to share the screen. Where is it? Okay, the green one. Okay,
Still loading.
it's loading.
Yeah, okay. That's okay.
Okay. So, mobile planetariums in Iraq. We have Al Basra Educational Planetarium. This with Mr. Muhammad Muslim.
Sabra,
Started
excuse me, press F5 to full screen.
for full
F5.
screen. Yeah.
F5.
Okay. Now it's good.
F5. F5. Yeah, that's good. Okay, go ahead.
It's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So Al Basra Educational Planetarium is with Muhammad Muslim. He's from southern Iraq. And Wonder Dome is my dome. I am Sabra. So let's start with Al Basra, starting since November 2022. Mr. Muhammad is working on design and manufacture planetariums. Also, he participates in a lot of conferences, and he have a workshop how to design and manufacture a planetarium. So if you can see this picture, this planetarium, he designed it by himself, and you can see the dome.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Good. So he was working since year on this planetarium, and now he have 3 dome. Actually, this one is he bought it from China, and this is the third one. Also, these 2 are from China, from SIOC company, but the first one is designed by himself. So he know everything about industry, and also designing the lessons of the data show. If you can see, this is the activities. He's doing activities in school, kindergarten, and trade malls. Also in international events such like a book fair, international book fair, and exhibits, and also festivals. So this is the first planetarium. I'm talking about the activities. The second planetarium is Wonder Dome. It started in August in 2023. We are producing our sky simulation and our shows in 4 languages: Arabic, English, and Turkish and Kurdi in North Iraq. You can see this shots from our activities with kids. We are doing activities in public events, just like autumn festivals, New Year festival, international book. So these are the pictures. We are doing adults workshop also, and we designed this moon, if you can see. I am told I'm called it moon tool, so you can know if it's full moon, half moon this year. Also, we are participating in the private parties, just like birthdays and graduation parties for children and adults. So we are doing these events for our friends and relatives. Till now, into this last 2 years, we reached 50,000 people in Iraq. Thank you. I tried to do it shortly because I have 10 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you for your presentation. We love to see how the same circumstances that we have in our countries, we have to solve them somehow using the same techniques, but, or different. So this is the way we learn from each other. So thank you a lot. And
Thank
now
you so
then
much.
we will continue with Ayman Al Nairat from Jordan. And
Sorry. Sabra,
Yeah.
I have question for Sabra, please.
Sure.
Yes, sure.
Sabra, what about the content or the type of shows inside the Muhammad Musallam Porta Planetarium? Are you given a real presentation, real-time presentation, or documented shows?
Yeah, we are doing both of them. The half of show, it will be real time, just like sky simulation. And we are using Stellarium and Celestia and Worldwide Telescope, this to do the sky simulation. And the other part of the show, it will be documentary, short documentary. We are trying to do it less than 1 hour for each show. And also we are taking care of the criteria of age. If they are, if they are children, we start with the cheer up songs and we start with the playing with them. And then, step by step, we are going to inside the dome to show them a movie. And we try to show the children a movie according to their ages. And adults, of course, they have another activity and another documentary. The documentary, as I told you, we have only in Arabic and English language. We try to translate to Kurdish and Turkish as much as we can. So this type, we have a catalog. The content is more than 60 movie film.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, thank you there.
Hi, Sabra. Hi, everyone.
Hi, hello.
This is Diana
Yeah.
from France. Actually, if you don't mind, and if it's we're still in time, can I ask another question myself to Sabra?
Of course. Yes.
Okay. I will be very, very interested to hear about the workshops that you do with adults. You were mentioning something about the phases of the moon, if I'm correct.
Exactly. Yes.
Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Yes, the phases of the moon. You can see this. The screen is still there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this tool, I made it from carton. We are bringing a carton and do it a 2-layer carton, paint it, and the first layers will be the base or the ground that we are mentioning the phases of the moon, and the second layers will be over it, and there is I'm drawing and cutting, so it will be over the base. And then what we are doing, there is just like a row I'm attaching by the tape. It's very simple materials I'm using here by the tape, and making just like this around the tool. So we'll show them the people, the phases of the moon.
Do you find that adults are as interested as kids in participating in the workshops and making, asking you questions and everything?
Actually, yes, adults are more interesting about these activities. They like it so much, more than the kids, because some adults are just know the full moon and the half moon. They don't know, they don't know why they are not aware about the other names we have in Arabic names or in Turkish names, a lot of names of moon. So they don't know the other part, only half and full moon. This is this was the first information, but after discussing and after doing this workshop, thank God, they now knowing or familiar with the other names of the moon. Also, I'm doing because I'm engineer. I'm electrical engineer. Always when doing workshop, I'm trying to show them or do something related to electricity. So I have this one. If it's I will show you this video. It's very short video. Will not take 1 minute. Just let me cancel this new share. I will do it. Okay. So now I will stop the share and share again because it's not working here. Now, share screen. Where is the movie? This is. Okay. You can see the.
I guess it's loading. Oh yeah, we can see it.
Okay, I will start.
Yeah.
It's very easy. Okay. I will explain what we are doing here. This is the final one, the final image.
Very good evening and good morning and good time for everybody. I'm speaking from Oman. My name is Awad. I'm the supervisor or the manager of Dhofar Astronomy Club. And very nice this project you show to everybody. And please, if you can share the link of the videos and document for everybody here. Really, it's a small work, but it's a big project. I like it. Thanks.
You are welcome. I will share it. So I will explain this. This is a diode. We are called LED diode. It's very cheap and you can find it in electrical material shops. LED diode. And also, if you can see, this is silicone. the silicone that we are using in kitchen for frying food. So it's the same silicone. We can stick it with the sticker. This is silicone. And the last one is a battery. Is this battery? Just wait. Sorry. This kind of batteries, watch battery. I don't know if it's, you can see it.
Yeah.
The circle battery. And I'm using, this is the diode. This is yellow, red, it's colorful. This is LED diode, silicone, and battery. The plus is with the plus, then continuing silicone. That's it. I hope it's useful. I will share the links with you.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
That was great. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You are
Barbara?
welcome.
Suzanne?
Are these adults in the community or are these teachers?
Yeah, the adults and teachers. Most of them are teachers. Yeah, and also when I did one workshop, there was 4 professors from universities. They liked to to participate with us. So 4 professors from the university. Most of them are teachers, and of course adults.
Sabra?
Yes. Yes.
There is another way to show the moon to the children is a vase of flower with a little bowl and
Oh.
a beamer and a tool.
Wow.
A tool. Wait a moment. A new moon. New moon. Crescent moon. And full moon.
Can you bring it
So-
to the screen?
So sorry for my bad English. Sorry.
No,
This
no,
is
it's
a-
okay.
This is vase of flower, a beamer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 all, and a bowl, a little bowl.
Sabra, can you stop sharing in order for us to see Gianluca
Yes.
Okay.
in a greater shape?
Yeah.
Yes. Stop sharing. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
You see well?
Yeah, it's clear now.
This is a vase of flower, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 all.
Oh, okay.
A little bowl. This is a little beamer.
Okay.
When I put my eye in the hole, I see the face of the moon. So this is full moon.
The full moon.
At 5 is full moon, sorry. New moon. New moon, 8. 8 new moon. 1 crescent moon. 2 crescent, first quarter.
Yeah.
3, 4 full moon. 5 luna decrescente, waxing moon.
Yeah.
And new moon. Simple.
I like it's
Little
very
money,
simple,
little
but
money.
Creative.
Tapes of scotch
And
and a window.
Window.
The children. Ooh, full moon.
I like it so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's very creative.
Yeah. Thank you, Gianluca and Saura. I'm so glad we're recording this because we're going to need to go back to everything that's happening today. Really, thank you. Very creative. So
Welcome.
we must continue with our next presentation, and it's Ayman Al Nayhat from Jordan, and start from Jordan. So please go on.
I'm there.
Armin, are you there?
Ayman is not here.
No, I don't see him. So we can just.
I will call him. Yeah.
Okay. But in the meantime, should we continue with the next presentation then? From
Yes.
Yeah, Egypt, Amr El-Laiti, a case study that we want to know about.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
Hi, everyone.
He's Ayman.
Ayman is here.
No.
You can see my screen now.
Yes, there it is. Thank you.
Amr Lacy. Yeah.
You can see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. First, let me thank Mr. Mawash Wiki for the kind invitation, and of course, Susan for the prompt response and support in such short time. I'm very happy to be here with all friends, peers, colleagues, and the field pioneers. Let's jump to today's agenda. First, I will talk quickly about the Queen Creative Studios vision, and then we will have a quick look about our extended journey with domes, whether mobile or constructed domes. Then we'll explore most common challenges that face almost everyone who use inflatable domes, especially in Middle East. Then we'll take a look at our mobile constructed dome, the concept and the implementation. Then I will show some case uses where we used the mobile dome in both commercial and educational events for both ages, kids and adults. And finally, we'll talk briefly about how we extended our offering by producing our own shows and other materials. Our vision is to be a leading destination for immersive experiences, creating unforgettable moments that inspire and captivate audience while fostering a sense of wonder and connection. And this is simply our vision, not only as an astronomy tool, not only for domes, but actually it should cover immersive environments and immersive experiences generally. As you can see, our journey extended since 2016. We started our journey by using an inflatable dome with 5 meters diameter, made of vinyl, not fabrics. Honestly, this dome was the real reason behind all our successful journey. It was a disaster. We had daily issues, not only because of the irregular surface of the dome, but also because of the number of issues and feedback, negative feedback from our clients. And we are going to cover generally the challenges later, but this dome was a very good example of what we should not do. Then we created our first geodesic dome constructed, and thankfully it's still running and working until now. Then our next inflatable dome trial Another big challenge still available, but for very small and special offering in selected venues only, this one, the black one. Then we created our biggest constructed permanent dome in our arsenal with 10 meters diameter, the green one. It's located now in Madinati Central Park in New Cairo with multi-projection system. And finally, our new baby, the innovative mobile constructed dome, which we will cover thoroughly in the next slides. But first, let's check the challenges we faced through our 8 years journey with domes. The challenges, okay. First challenge was that generally in Middle East and especially in Egypt, it's not common to find an indoor space that can host the dome. So we should install the dome outdoor. This was the first and most important game changer for us. Outdoor locations in Middle East, it's hot weather, so we need not only ventilations, we need air conditioning too. How can we use that in an inflatable dome? This was the first question. Then outdoor, windy, like Susan said, windy, rainy days, it's another nightmare for us. Imagine a 5 meters bowl of air in the middle of those days. Very hard to manage, even a good screening environment for kids. Another challenge was the inflatable equipment, inflation equipment. For example, the blower. It produces huge noise. Sometimes it covers even the screening sound itself. Also, in previous events, we had a huge safety hazard, especially if there is other constructed skeletons or tents besides the dome. It's very, very critical and dangerous. Also, the noise from outside sounds, it can be very harmful for kids. And finally, it was the ability to brand the dome. Not a permanent branding, but actually continuously brand it and use it as a part of the marketing plan for the event. It's very hard to brand the dome, the inflatable domes, especially if the fabric is not that easy to paint on. So we took these challenges and just created the 5th dome, the Fantasy Mobile Dome. We called it the Fantasy Mobile Dome. The Fantasy Dome, as you can see in this technical document, it's a mobile dome with 2 AC, external air conditioning system. It has the capacity of 45 children. The assembly duration is maximum 3 hours, and it requires from 3 to 6 workers. It has a spherical mirror system, and it's made of a mix of silver coating and wood and metal frame. To have a look at the real dome, this is the dome, okay? These are the parts before the assembly, and this is the final parts as a dome. So it's divided into 8 parts, and we just assemble it to make the dome. This is real images from the parts and after assembly. Let's talk now then about the implementation. It was very successful, thanks God. It was very interesting how we can offer the dome as part of real activation events, commercial events with well-known retail companies like Kellogg or Timmy's. It was a 4 days event, took place in 4 different locations. So it's mobile, but it's part of a very big experience, and actually it can be moved, it can be assembly and de-assembly in just maybe 5 hours. As you can see in the image, how the dome shine in the center of the experience. It was a very successful event, and we had maybe around 4,000 attendees each day. This for the commercial events. Also for schools, this was in one of our school trips. It's outdoor. It can host it in any place, any outdoor place with ceiling or without. And this is another example, another story, another success story. Actually, for us, it was very interesting. Also, we created costumes for students that can be introduced with the dome offering itself. Okay, and as you can see, we have this full setup. Even if you want to clean it, if you want to make fixes in the body, we have this special curved ladder to use. We created all the blueprints ourselves. And because we did fantasy mobile dome, we did a fantasy shows too. We pride ourselves on producing our own shows and content. We have more than 5 full dome shows and programs, from astronomy shows to folly entertainment shows. The first one is the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's a 30 minutes show in English and Arabic. We fully produced by Takwin Creative Studio. And we created this offering especially for the mobile dome, not only because we witnessed that most of schools not interested anymore in only astronomy or only scientific content. So we created this one. This is about the Great Pyramid and the relation between the pyramid and astronomy, actually in the sky, night sky. Also, we have this one about the 7 ancient wonders of the world. And you can find here the description and actually a QR code for the YouTube trailers. Also, a full movie about wondership trips. It's about the solar system, the astronauts, suits, and satellites. And this one was customized show for Timmy's Kellogg's. It's a cereal company. It was custom made show only for activation, for retail activation, and this was very successful project actually that we started using the mobile dome, the constructed one with this project, and it was fully implemented by us. Also, we have other offerings like immersive storytelling and immersive activities for all ages like yoga and storytelling. This is a part of the storytelling activity. We have this performer we call the theater. This performer that interact with kids and adults and families and talk about specific stories. We already developed The Little Prince, Adventure in the Cosmos, based on the famous Little Prince story. Also, we have more than 30 yoga sessions in the dome. It's immersive yoga. Also, we created collaterals to be included in the show, like color sheets and this stuff related to the show itself, and provided only with the mobile dome. This is another one for Timmy's or Kellogg. And that's it. I tried to be very fast just to save time. This is our links if you want to see more examples and details about our offering and our videos actually and our mobile dome events. And that's it. Thank you.
Wow. Incredible amount of work and activities, and 5 hours to set your dome up. That's pretty interesting, but you did solve the problems.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it's sometimes it's not 5 hours. It took us around 2.5 hours, but we just extend the time that we need just to be on a safe side. But
Yeah.
again, if you can think about it, okay, I just have a solution for all the challenges, and it's okay to be early at the place to set up the dome. Yeah.
And you cannot do presentations unless you are ready. So you do need that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I think there is a question from Patrick, Canada.
Sure.
Yes, thank you. Very interesting to see different solutions for different problem. I see on one of your picture that you have mostly front projection area, so it's mostly front screen. Do you use mirror projection system, or you use
spherical mirror. Yes, spherical
projector?
mirror.
Because on one of your picture, I see at least 3 small projector. So I just if you use also multiple projector system.
Yeah, actually, we use both. Actually, sometimes we use the multi-projection system, and sometimes we use the spherical mirror projection system. It's based on the dome size, and sometimes we have 3 events at the same time. So we use the spherical mirror system to the mobile domes and use the multi-projection in the permanent one. So we have actually both. We just swap between them. But the mobile dome, we generally use the spherical mirror one.
And what do you use for mapping the multiple projector system?
We used first we used the Heavy M application for digital projection. It's a digital mapping software usually used for digital mapping, Heavy M, and then we start to use a software called because we used a lot of Shira Player. You know Shira Player? It's Shira. Shira Player. And actually, we are about to use our own software now. We are developing it for 1 year now using Blender. It's a projection software using Blender and the blueprints in Unreal. It's using both systems, but only for the multi-projection system. For our shows, only for our shows. But actually, we used Immersive Display Pro. This is the most common application. It's called Immersive Display Pro. Immersive Display Pro. Yeah. So we have actually, as you must know, we use multiple softwares, and sometimes we don't have the luxury to pay for the license, so we just decided to develop our own software because we have developers anyway. So we developed one based on the blueprints of Unreal Engine and one with Blender, Python development.
Okay, so in your environment Blender, you have to place camera at each projector location, and
yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a little bit manual, but again, it's cheaper. So we can use this. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. We have another raised hand by Diana Salazar.
Sure.
Yes, thank you, Marco. I do have questions that are very similar, maybe for Amer. I wanted to know if you had ever made a test with a single projector, trying to create a full dome movie for just maybe a one central projector, and also how was the process that you had to go through for another company to create custom movies for you?
Okay, actually the sound was not so good. So can you repeat the question again, please?
Oh yeah, sorry. Can you hear me all right there?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I wanted to know if you've ever tried to create your own movies for a single projector.
Yeah.
And also the second was, what did you do? What kind of process did you go through to have someone else create movies for you? Another company maybe in your country, or who did you get in touch with for that?
Okay. First, we are creating our content, all of our content ourselves, even the designs, even animation, even sound, everything. We are creating all of our content ourselves. Mainly, we are using Blender and Unreal. If we have standard videos and we want to transfer it into a full dome, and specifically for the spherical mirror, we use Blender. Usually we use Blender. I don't know if this answers your question or not, but we use Blender, and we create it from scratch, not using any other companies or third parties or something.
Will that work for one single projector as well as multiple projectors?
Yeah, actually, because we create the content ourselves using our own scripts using Blender, we can just manipulate the footage or the visuals as much as we can for single projector, for spherical mirror, for multiple projector, for whatever. Even we have not dome spaces, we have cubic spaces, we have cylindrical spaces. So we just manipulate the projection to the space. We called it space mesh, like 3D mesh or something.
Great. Thanks a lot for that. Great presentation.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
Yes, thanks a lot, Anna. So we will now continue with Alexander Bock from Sweden and open space resource. That's his topic.
All right, hello. Let me just share my screen. This should work, I hope. All right, hello everyone. My name is Alex Bock. I'm here as the lead developer for our software OpenSpace, which is an astronomy visualization toolkit that we've been developing for quite a number of years now as well. But in my day job, I'm also an assistant professor in immersive visualization here at Linköping University in Sweden. And we have a very close collaboration with our science center called the Norrköping Visualization Center. So it's all of the city names in Sweden are also the same, so it's kind of hard to keep them apart sometimes. All right, so what is OpenSpace? So we are basically rendering all kinds of different things in the universe. So here in the background, we're seeing a picture from, I believe it is Apollo 8, where we're looking over the surface of the moon that is all provided by real world LRO data that has been discovered. And we are rendering that in our software, well, in real time. So we can fly around, we can look at different places, we can tweak all of the settings and so forth. Another example is where we're here. We're here now in southwestern Candor Casma in Valles Marineris on Mars. So this is data recovered by the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. So the height measurements have been recreated by having the spacecraft fly over it twice from slightly different locations. And that's we get a stereo separation, so people can reconstruct the height field. So the hills that you're seeing here are somewhat on the order of like maybe 40, 50 meters in altitude. Each pixel covers about 30 centimeters in distance. So if there would be people here, we would be seeing it. If there would be footprints, we would be seeing it. Naturally, of course, there aren't any yet, but hopefully at some point. But we don't only do planetary surfaces, but we can also look at the grand scale of the universe. So here we're looking at the Sloan Digital Sky Survey, a collection of galaxies outside of our own galaxy, obviously. So each dot that we're seeing here is one galaxy. And we can basically load in all kinds of different data sets. The whole software is very customizable. So it's as easy as editing some text files in order to get a new data set in there and making it available to everyone. Naturally, since I'm talking here, we don't only run on regular computer screens, but also, of course, in planetariums. So here we have an example of OpenSpace running in the Hayden Planetarium in New York, which is a 6-projector multi-pipe setup. But it also works equally well on fisheye projectors or spherical mirror projectors or whatever have you. As soon as you have any kind of distortion mesh, we can use it and render all of our content in the same. And the whole idea behind the software is that we can, like, all of the user interface that we're using on a normal computer works exactly the same way in a planetarium as well. So the data set that we're looking at here is the Gaia DR2 data release, and more particularly the ones with radio. No, this is actually the full Gaia DR2. So we're looking at about 1 billion stars that are being rendered on the dome and can fly around interactively around it. Another example is, and that's more where my university head comes in, we're also using it for visualization research. So in this case, this is a tool that we have built where we can look at the NASA Exoplanet Archive database, which contains, at the time of the screenshot, 5,090 exoplanets with about 100 parameters per exoplanet. And we can start filtering and show what are the Earth-like planets that are within 0.5 to 1.5 AU around their host star, and highlight all of those and then fly into them and actually show those exoplanets in context, so we can actually fly around and see where those planets are. Of course, we don't have any data about it, but again, hopefully soon. Another hallmark of our software is showing different missions and spacecraft in their correct position. So here we're looking at the JUICE mission, or projection of the JUICE mission, how it's going to look like in around 2034, I believe, when it is arriving in the Jovian system. So here we're flying over Ganymede, and the colorful lines that you're seeing is a simulation of Ganymede's magnetic field that JUICE is going to be flying through. And the idea being, we're working very closely with the people that have made those instruments, being able to make a visualization of comparing like what the simulation predicted it would be versus what the instrument actually measured. Another mission that we've been working with quite a lot is the Rosetta. So here we're showing the spacecraft, and as it is taking the images, like we can follow the spacecraft around and see at which point was it actually taking different images. So you can see over here, the white square, for example, is the field of view of one of the cameras on board Rosetta. And in this case, actually, why I chose this specific time, November the 12th, is we have the Philae lander, the little purple line that is coming in. So this is a few minutes before the attempted landing, where Rosetta was taking pictures of Philae in order to pre-calculate where it was actually landing, and that helped them find it in the end as well. The software is an international collaboration. So we are 6 people that are working out here in Sweden, and then we have 3 people over on the US side as well. 1 person sitting at the Americans of Natural History, Micah, 1 person, Elon, sitting at NASA Goddard, and then Gene sitting at the University of Utah. So we've been working on this for close to 10 years now, and it's been quite a success. A number of planetariums worldwide have been using OpenSpace sometimes daily, sometimes a bit less regularly, but still making it available to the public. So there's a bunch of, I picked the pictures of the bigger built planetariums, but likewise there are many mobile planetariums that are using the software as well in order to use it and just explain astronomy and use it for STEM education and outreach. So here I took a picture recently from our webpage of all of the places where OpenSpace has been started at least once. So it is truly a global phenomenon right now, and getting like about like 500 to 1,000 users per day that are using OpenSpace. And that means also that it is the availability for sharing content with each other is getting more and more as well. And in case it hasn't really been clear from the name, OpenSpace is all open source. There is no royalty. It's all free. Anyone can download it and use it for whatever they want. It's all under MIT license. So even if you start selling something, the only thing that we need license-wise is a little link back to our page or the name, and that's it. Everything else is completely free to use. So you have the webpage here, openspaceproject.com, or if you're more technically inclined, you can also go to our GitHub where the source code is located and build the newest version from scratch. The last 3 minutes that I have, I was going to jump into a little demo because that's always more fun. And see that I've brought up my screen sharing. Let's do it this way. There we go. All right, so here we are now in OpenSpace. I loaded the one that shows a fisheye projection. So think of the image on the right going out to your fisheye projector. But like I said before, we can use spherical mirror or whatever other projection there as well. And here on the left, we would have what you would have on your laptop screen, for example, to control it. So this would not necessarily be visible to all of the audience. So that contains all of the menus and so forth. So right now we're looking at Earth, and well, we could fly into Earth and look at, say, the Andes, for example, and we get down to about Google Street View level, or not Street View, but Google Maps level of satellite images. But everyone's kind of familiar with the Earth, so that's kind of boring. So I preloaded one of our missions called, in this case, Apollo 8. So we're looking at the Apollo 8 mission as it is flying around the moon. And as you can see in the time down here, we're on December 24th, 1968. This is the second orbit of the Apollo 8 mission. And if I animate time a bit forward, the reason why I picked this one is that this is exactly the time when Apollo 8 was going around the Earth, around the moon, and saw the Earth rise for the very first time. And this is exactly the time when the famous Earthrise picture was being taken. So now I could drag in the Earthrise picture in here and show it in view and explain, how did we do that? Why was this important? And so forth. But let's zoom out. And as I said, we can fly out into the universe, look at the stars, can look at our Milky Way, which is a simulation, look at galaxies, use the Sloan, quasars, and flying outside of the universe in one quick movement. But I was teasing at the exoplanets, so I was thinking of just doing that. So let's just do my favorite exoplanet, which is Kepler 186. Specifically, what Kepler 186b, I believe it is. So now I've loaded the placement of the different exoplanets. We can fly in and look at, well, the green area is the representation of the habitable zone around the star. The width of these orbits show how uncertain those orbits are. And the reason why I'm liking this exoplanet is Kepler 186b, which is the outermost one, unintuitively, was the first Earth-sized exoplanet that was discovered that might have been in the habitable zone of its host star. But with further measurements, it has now shifted outside of the habitable zone, so there's nothing really interesting here anymore. However, if we compare this to, so now this ring that I added is showing 1 astronomical unit. So this is where our Earth would be distance-wise in this system. So it's a lot smaller star because the habitable zone is a lot shorter in it. There's a whole bunch of more that I could show, but my time is unfortunately up. One small highlight that I'm not going to show, but just tease is, that's not what I wanted to tease, is we have an integration with Worldwide Telescope. So all of the images that are available in Worldwide Telescope, you can plaster onto the dome and see actually where was it located, point a telescope at it, and use that for description. So with that, if there's any questions, I'm more than happy to answer those.
Yes,
thank you.
I have a question for Alex.
Yes, please.
Okay, slowly, please, slowly. Alex, there is a console, a virtual console to control the features and the videos, for example, in planetary mode, like Stellarium console, Shura player for planetarists?
Yes, there is. We, not getting too much into the weeds, but everything that we have in OpenSpace is controlled via Lua scripting. So Lua it's a scripting language that is not super well known, but it is fairly easy to learn. And everything that we do in our user interface is actually Lua scripts under the hood. So everything that you can do with the mouse or the keyboard or anything, you can script against, and then you can make that happen automatically. And that also hopefully answers Amar's question, is that we can preset tours as well with using the same mechanism. So we can use Lua scripting to pre-fly something and then just trigger that, for example. There was one other question from Kantipur. if it would be possible to produce custom shows using OpenSpace, and that is 100% possible. We have a recording mode where you record your camera movements, and then when you play them back, you can render out every frame as a PNG sequence. And then you could throw that into FFmpeg or Premiere or whatever you want in order to make that a video. And the license all allows that to do for free as well. Everything we do is for free, and we give it away for free as well.
Perfect. Alex, I have a question here from Patrick from Canada.
Yeah.
You're muted, Patrick.
Sorry. First, I would like to thank you a lot to OpenSpace team to share this great project. It's very great software. Also, thank you to include a spout output capability to share the video with other software. It's great for us. I don't use that much OpenSpace because we are mostly oriented to pre-recorded show. But sometimes we use it just for fun between show, and it was very interesting to fly to the moon and see the space station. The last time I was on your website, I think the downloading, it was only to the version 11, still beta, but we have to compile it yourself. Now, do you have an execution file that you just execute?
Yeah, well, version 11 was a while ago, so we've been having binary versions for a number of years now. So we're in version 19 now, still in beta, but I mean, a lot of people use it for production already. And the binary versions for Windows and for the old Intel-based Mac are available. If you're using Ubuntu or any other Linux distribution, that one would have to be compiled right now, but we're working on a Debian package as well.
Thank you.
Alexander, I have a question myself. If you wanted to use this OpenSpace program inside our mobile domes, which computing power do we need for real rendering inside our domes?
That's a difficult question. It depends on a number of attributes, like what resolution you're rendering at and what's your accepted level of frame rate. I would go with a good gaming laptop. I know that like the ones that we're using are, I think, 3080s, NVIDIA 3080s, and then like any good CPU. Like the CPU doesn't really matter that much. It's mostly GPU limited. But you could run it on a 980 as well, but it's gonna look worse and it's gonna perform worse.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, well, this has been so great. Thank you.
Thank you.
So now, Maciej Musza from Poland, and he's going to talk to us about the aesthetics of planetarium visuals.
Okay.
Excuse me, but we still cannot hear you. Your audio is on, but we cannot hear you.
How about now?
Yes.
There you go.
It's better. Okay, so I'm in the middle of my presentation now. It's so good to be here and to see familiar faces. Hello, once again. My name is Maciej. I'm from Creative Planet. I work as a sales and marketing manager. We produce shows, high quality planetarium shows with educational storytelling. And I would like to share with you our experience about what does it make the show to look good and how to achieve it, even if you don't have budget, like the huge budget. So I guess that that goes well with the mobile planetariums. Before I worked in Copernicus in Creative Planet, I worked in Copernicus Science Center as a live show presenter. This is a high-end planetarium in Warsaw, and even though it is a high-end planetarium, it was not the rarity to hear the feedback from the audience that it looks like, you know, like Minecraft, and this is Minecraft. So why is that? Why our audience sometimes is not happy with what they see on the dome? And the answer is that you know, they have some expectations and they enter the dome with the expectations. So let's discuss like the typical children. That's a children, or that is a children. This is of course a joke a little bit, but it is also not a joke. Children are familiar with pop culture. They play video games, they watch Pixar movies, they watch IMAX movies, they watch superhero movies, and they expect the quality they know from other medias they see. And that's the problem for us, because if you check how much does it cost to produce those things, that's a lot. It's like hundreds of millions of dollars. Pixar movies is way above $100 million to produce. Superhero movies can be over $300 million to produce. It's not accessible for planetarium production companies. Our movie, Magic Globe, was way below 1 million USD. And of course, for mobile domes, it's not achievable to produce anything in that range, right? We have to find some other solution. And just to show you what's the difference in the price, this is the price imaged by the size of the poster right now. So Magic Globe, which is expensive to produce, it looks like nothing in the background of other pop culture things that you can find. So where to search for the solution? And one of the places is a theater. Have you ever been into the theater? I guess yes. And they are not using stuff made by Pixar, right? They use some exhibits in the background. It's made out of cardboard and wood and glue, hot glue. It's made very, very cheap, but it looks good. And I believe there are 3 rules that you need to follow to achieve that. And the rules applies also for the planetariums and for graphics. And I would like to discuss with you those rules that we believe are the most important. First of all, the visuals, in our belief, has to be aesthetic. And that's the most important thing. It doesn't need to be expensive, but it has to be aesthetic. And the real life example is this. If you rather eat that sandwich or that sandwich, I guess the right one, not the left one. Second rule, visuals have to be consistent in style, in our belief. And I have the stupidest example to show why. I guess you are not using that many visual styles if you don't need to, as I show in the second example. And the third rule, visuals have to be delivered. And what does it mean? If you build a ladder and it doesn't work as you expect it to work, you are not using it. And it applies as well to visuals in our belief. And it's the hardest one because we usually put a lot of effort to produce something, and it's very hard to abandon it if it does not follow our expectations, because we still put some effort. So the first idea is to put it on the dome anyway, but actually the audience will see it, that it's not delivered as the artist wanted it to be. And I have an example. There is a planetarium in Chorzów that is the oldest one in Poland and also the biggest one. And they have something around above the horizon. That is the panorama, the cardboard panorama, which is not made by Pixar. It's out of cardboard and it's aesthetic, and everybody loves the panorama that is on the horizon on the dome. And they just recently renovated the planetarium. It's brand new now. And when I saw the tender documents about the Chorzów Planetarium, I was not checking what projectors they will install or how many projectors. The only thing I was looking for is will they keep the panorama? And they did. They decided to still keep the cardboard in the dome, not because it's expensive or high-end. It's, cardboard with holes, but it's aesthetic. Aesthetic, and it's delivered, and it's consistent in style. So once again, in our belief, visuals have to be aesthetic, consistent in style, and delivered. And I believe this can be achieved even without any budget in mobile domes, as well as in the high-end productions. And if you take a look at the Minecraft, it follows that rules. It's delivered, it's aesthetic in some way, and it's also consistent in style. And there are millions of players around the world. And just to sum it up, as we are the content producers and we produce shows and we produced show about the seasons, we decided to help you, the mobile domes, in doing the live shows. And we produced the free assets out of the visuals that we produced for that show. You can download them by the link that it's here below using the QR code. There are multiple aesthetic visuals about the seasons from different parts of the world that you can simply download for free and use it in your show. I will put the link in a moment also in the chat. That will be all. Thank you very much. And it is very nice to see you.
I have a question for Marcia.
Sure.
I know Magic Globe is very, very beautiful, but
Thank you.
I think one of the most problem of mobile planetarium, of little planetarium, is the cost. Is the cost
Yes.
of the video, and how much cost a video of your company? Thank you very much.
Of course, it depends on the planetarium, and of course, it depends on the attendance of the planetarium and the size. The licenses starts from small few thousand of dollars, like $3,500 if I remember correctly. And one of the reasons is that the show was very expensive to produce. And we have to to break even with the show. That's why the price is as it is. Of course, we can always find a way, or we have some flexible ways to install the show in the planetarium. So if any of you is interested in the show, just contact me. We can try to find a way, even if you don't have the flat rate to pay us like $4,000 to get the license.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for the kind words. No, from the chat. That's the link. You can get you can enter the link, fill the form, and in few hours you should receive the link to download the assets with all the visuals to use for free in the dome.
Well, thank you a lot, Masha. That's the kind of programs we would all love to have in our mobile domes. And you're right. In our case, with our planetarium, it's always been about the aesthetics of it, of not allowing light to get inside the dome with total darkness. About the color inside the dome, we try to make it black, absolutely black. Everything, there's no colored things, so the cushions or the lights or whatever, they have to be consistent for the experience. It's immersive, and we try to do that as much as possible. Yeah, I agree with all the things you said about the aesthetics. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions for Monsieur? Okay, all of this is happening while we are celebrating the centennial of the planetariums. Started last year in October, and it will go all the way through May 2025. So we're glad to have Anna Green from Germany, because this year in 2024, the IPS is hosting a conference in Berlin, and mobiles should be there, right, Anna? Please go ahead.
Yes. So we're joint hosting. So Jena and Berlin are both hosting the conference this year. And you're probably all sick of my face at this point hearing about it. But I would really, really love to see a strong showing of mobile domes. I know that that's hard for a lot of you. We're trying to make the cost as low as possible. And that will be on the website soon. I'll put the website in the chat. Please be aware, if you booked the website a while ago, it has changed. Do not use the old website. It's going to tell you it doesn't exist. You want to go to, sorry, dog, IPS2024.org. And actually, a lot of you, I recognize your names from submitting abstracts, so thank you. Hopefully, you'll be hearing from me by January 31st to know if you were accepted. And yeah, we got 173 abstract submissions, which I hear is a record for IPS. So yeah, I don't know why you're hearing an echo. But yeah, so hope that you can all make it this summer. Like I said, head to our website. The information's there.
Is registration open yet?
No.
Is there a projected date when that will open?
We have, yes, I understand there is an echo. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. It's either going to be February 1st or March 1st. It depends on we're getting new ticketing software, and it depends on when that's up and ready.
Thank you.
Anna, is there going to be any workshop around mobiles in the conference? Content that's aimed specifically for mobiles?
Probably. It depends on what workshops will be accepted. So there's a committee that's going to be working on that over the next couple of weeks.
Great, thank you. Well, now we're open to any participation or question that you may want to have. Anybody? If not, we recorded everything today, and so it's going to be available soon at the IPS YouTube channel. That's where we're going to upload this, because we'll go back to it.
I wanted to talk about the next meeting date, and we had discussed April 9th, but that is not a good date. As I was reminded, we have an eclipse happening in the United States on the 8th. So we will be very busy that weekend. So I'm wondering if we could move it to the 16th. Is that okay for you, Marco?
For me, it is, of course. Yes.
Any objections, people? Okay, then April 16th it is. Will be the same time frame. And I really like the discussions that we had after presentations. I know it's taken about 2 hours for this meeting, but it's so important to cover all of these things. Maybe we'll limit the formal presentations if you feel it's too intense with too many formal presentations. The discussion is so important. So think about that and send me some messages if you have some ideas of if we need to change things. If 2 hours is too long, some people dropped out, but we maintained quite a few people. We still have 61 participants, which is fantastic. So thank you all for staying. And for our presenters, fantastic information, every one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Susan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any comments that you would like to make? Questions, comments?
I have a
Please.
comment.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a comment, please. Can?
Dr.
Hello?
Omar?
Yeah. The comments is we have to be, if you agree or with me or not, is about the complication of equipment inside the portable planetarium. I don't like to make a high performance of hard techniques or hardware inside the portable planetarium. This is the difference between permanent and portable planetarium supposed to be great. So there are a big difference between permanent planetarium. You have to be high technology, high performance of resolution of images and blah blah blah. And the portable is portable. It's supposed to be very simple, very short for the audience, very attractive to bring the people and kids and students and our audience to the permanent planetarium. So when I see some presentation tonight, we have to be move away about the complication of hardware and techniques of inside portable planetarium. This is my comment.
But the difference is in the planetaries.
The planetarium is a planetarium. It's a performance supposed to be. Yeah.
If you have a very large and good planetarium, but there is a bad planetarist, is not good.
I completely agree with you. Yeah. The major item, the basic item, is the planetarium itself.
Yes,
Is the planetaries that build the planetarium? I think the figure of the man, of the woman, of the planetaries in the little planetarium or in a big planetarium, but the difference is the planetaries, I think.
Yeah, let me if you are supposed to be Susan to give a short example from what's happened tonight. I like too much what happened for open space and the Sabra was the flower base of the lunar phases and what's happened from Amr Lacy, our friends. This is a very support for the idea of the inflatable dome itself. Also, I like the astronauts beside the Sabra Planetarium from Iraq. So it makes our audience happy and more attractive to the project of what's called inflatable or portable planetarium. So the tools, simple tools, very attractive tools, planetarium's efficiency and experience inside the portable dome is very important to make this more attractive and more effective in the portable planetarium community.
Great. Now a question from Patrick, Canada.
Thank you. I would like to bounce on what Mr. said about mobile planetarium is not permanent planetarium. in terms of quality of everything. I would like to, I think not a lot of people know us, Nest Immersion. We are specialized in high quality mobile dome installation, mostly for corporate event, activation or a museum, and sometimes the installation is just for a weekend or a week. And we developed software that you can use multiple projector to be calibrated in less maybe 2 minutes, to get easy installation. This gives the same quality of a planetarium system, but in a mobile dome. The only counterpart is you need a rigid dome. It's not suitable for an inflatable dome. So I think most of a mobile dome now is considered as inflatable. So that's the only issue with this multiple projection systems. But it's possible to get a mobile dome with the same quality of planetarium.
Okay, now Shirasa one.
Hi. Right. Thank you very much. My name is Shiraz from Dubai Astronomy Group. This is the first time I have joined you guys. My question was, I was informed about this by one of our friends in the Sharjah Science Museum. So I actually would love to be part of further sessions that you guys are hosting, and I don't know how to do that. So if you could please guide me in the right direction, because we here in Dubai, in UAE, we are one of the people that also host a mobile planetarium that we take to schools and different locations as well. And that is one of the aspects that the Dubai Astronomy Group works on. So if I could be a little bit more involved in your future sessions, I'd be really happy if that could happen. Thank you.
Well, yes, of course. In fact, if you want to participate as a presenter next time, please just I'll send you here at the chat our the emails we're using for this, and you just write us about this, or just follow IPS Facebook page. It's where we mostly publish about these meetings.
I tried to send it to multiple groups, but it's very hard to catch everyone. I'm glad that you are hearing from a friend or a colleague. We must do that, each of us, spread it to everyone in our community to make sure that they know. And now we know that April, what did we say, 16th? April, no, March, what did we say?
April.
April.
April 16th.
Oh, that was wrong, because that's a Tuesday. All right. I was thinking of March. Okay, so let's go to April. So 13 is the second Saturday. Is that okay?
So 13th of April?
Yeah.
Susan, March is in Arab world, which is Ramadan's month. This is a critical time for most of us to join during the time of next meeting. So please leave it in April, please, to give us a chance to join, because Ramadan side is a critical time for us for the fast in Arab world.
So April is good. Okay.
April is okay. April is okay.
Okay, April 13.
April 13 is perfect.
Okay. All right. We'll put that April 13 as the next meeting. I published the information in Dome L. I published it in Dome Dialogues on Facebook. Marco publishes it on the IPS webpage. Small Planetarium listserv, I publish it. You know, it's and I try to send it to people like Omar, Dr. Omar, who is spreads the information in the Arab Planetarium Society. The people that are regional representatives, I try to send it to everyone so they can spread the word. So I'm not sure what a better way would be to reach you.
So is there some sort of a newsletter list or even a WhatsApp group for that matter that we could receive notifications on?
Okay.
Because I'll be very frank, I'm not very active on Facebook, so
yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah, that's why it's a problem. Okay, if you can send me a newsletter, or if you can send to Dr. Fikri a newsletter, he can send it to the newsletter.
Susan,
of course, now you know the date, so you can put it in the newsletter yourself, right, for the next one. But
Susan, we nominated Dr. Zainab from Iraq to be the contact person of the IPS. Dr. Zainab, she already contacted you via email, I suppose. So Dr. Zainab, she is official contact person of the Arab Planetarium Society, and you can put.
Can you put her name and email in the chat for me?
Zainab from Iraq.
Dr. Omar, could you please share her email address, because Dr. Zainab is not the one who contacted or notified me.
Dr. Zainab, she was elected last meeting of the ABS to be a member of the board of the ABS, and we nominated her to be a contact person for the board, and especially for the IPS activities. I think Dr. Zainab, she is now with us in the group. She was online now. Dr. Zainab from Iraq.
Right. So how can I, first and foremost, how can I also be part of the APS? And secondly, how can I pass my details to Dr. Zainab so that she can communicate with us?
It's easily. We are easily to be reached. Just go and make to be a member of this family. We have a group on WhatsApp, and you find all support for you and for our colleagues in Planetarium.
Perfect. So if you could share some sort of
okay.
number. I'm really sorry, guys. This is my first meeting. I'm really sorry for asking so many questions.
Okay.
No, it's fine. You can join IPS by going to the website. Marco, can you put the IPS link on the chat so that and it doesn't cost very much to be a member. There are all different kinds of memberships, and very low cost one. Don't remember how much it is, $25 or something like that. So that's one way to make sure. I do have a mobile group on that IPS website, but it's not very big. People don't like to join my group. They like to hear it from other places. So I will, Omar, if you can make sure that I have the contact person's name, I will add her to an email, put it in the chat, and I will send her all the messages that I send to all my contact people in different regions. So now you have an official contact person.
I'll send you, Susan, her complete contacts. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I was going to suggest, as if we were in the same room, we would do it by the end of the meeting, a group photo. So we can do this online. All of you that are that want to turn your camera on, I can take the screen photo right now. So please, all of you who want to be in the photo, go ahead. I'm taking the pictures. Make sure to smile. It's just the same thing. There you go. Perfect. Have more here.
Okay.
This is great. Our third big mobile planetarium meeting.
It keeps getting bigger, which is wonderful.
Yes, it's really worldwide.
Yeah. Everyone, please don't forget to go to the resource page on the IPS website for Portable Planetarium resource page to find free content, free access to different things, some of the things that were mentioned today. If you see something that's not there that you know about, please email me and I can put it on that list of free materials and things for people to have access to.
Okay.
Yes, and the recording will be available at the IPS YouTube channel. But when it is ready, we will post it on the Facebook page too. So you
Great.
Great. Yes. Last thing, make sure that you also go to the IPS website and join the worldwide group of planetariums. Make sure everybody knows that you exist. We have a giant map of all the planetariums in the world, and people don't understand. There are thousands of mobile domes because it's never in a book or a list. And we are forced to be dealt with. We have much power in our communities, and we are doing the work, the groundwork for the big domes, inspiring people to go to the stationary dome. So we are very, very important. Continue your excellent work and stay in touch, and we'll see you at the next meeting, April 13th, same time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Suzanne.
you,
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Bye.
You.